Alright, Eugene Backyard Repair here for another happy Thanksgiving to you all. It's my Thanksgiving special. We got the orange to match the fall colors. New York, it's actually not too bad today. It's 50, 50, 51. Working on an MTD Yardman. 1024 two-stage electric start. Don't know not much about it. The only thing I've done off camera so far was this cover was missing. Just keep snow from falling right in the carburetor. As we know, snowblowers don't carry an air filter. What else did I do? Oh, this handle was bent pretty much straight from the guy that brought it here. So I kind of took some of the bend out of here. Working on an experimental piece here for these ones with the rod that sticks out with the bushing here. Usually this it gets so loose that it won't hold the chute where you put it. So we're working on just something experimental. We're going to rubber line this or 2-piece grommet this, and then we're gonna drill and tap, or we're gonna tap these holes, and we're gonna weld this part on the rod that goes in here, and then we can put the two halves together, and then you can put a bolt with a spring on the head here, so it's pushing on the head, so you can clamp these down and tighten up on that rod there. Maybe keep it from spinning backwards. I'm gonna make up a piece for this one. If it works on this, I'm gonna put it on my own snowblower. Anyway, so like I said, I don't know much about the snowblower. Haven't really looked at it. Guess the first thing I should do is get this pull start off. This comes in a pain in the butt. You gotta the linkage and everything bolted to it, so you gotta end up removing everything just to get this cover off, to make sure there's no mice in there. I might just hit it with an air gun off camera here to the front here, and just make sure nothing blows out. So let me do that, and I'll bring you back in 1 minute. Alright, I blew into the top here to each side. Nothing came out of the snowblower to make me seem the mice have come to join me for Thanksgiving. So I'm not pulling that cover off right now. I will eventually have to pull it off, because there's a hose that goes from here to here to prime it, and I think that's a little rotted off. So eventually I'll have to do that. And I think the guy might have said the fuel line. Like when you put fuel in it, it just runs out on the other side. So I mean, the carb's got to probably come off anyway. Got a tester here. Pull some lights. Super yank. I don't know if you can see that tester, but sitting right here on top of the motor. See if I can zoom you in. Hang on. Let's try that. Probably gonna focus when I step in front of the camera, but yeah. Alright, right here, we'll just see if we get spark. Oh, I will turn the throttle on first. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can sure hear it. I can hear it going tick, 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 tick. So, we have spark. So, yeah, spark's good. I'm going to get a little WD-40 out of my cylinder. Just because I don't know when the last time it was around. Give it a couple more pulls. Oops, let me zoom you back out. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Sorry, little technical difficulties here with the camera. It's in the stand, so it's hard to zoom in or zoom out. That's too far. Alright, we'll have to pause you 1 second. Alright, now we're done screw up the camera here. Let's get this cover I made off of here. I think it's 5/16 here, and then a Phillips screw. Get that off. Alright, we got 5/16 here, or for you metric folks, the equivalent of the 8mm. like I said, I just quick tack welded this together. Just like I said, the snow can't go straight into the carburetor or water. Yeah, I just got something on my finger though. Burr off of something. That's normal. And then I had to put this, normally the cover comes almost to here and then goes up. I had to put this little ear on here because it was hitting the top of the choke arm. Where the choke sticks out. What the hell's everything? Ooh, yeah, I definitely got a burr in my finger. Off the bench. Great. Yeah. I gotta get that out because it's kind of stuck right through my finger. Hang on. Alright, we're gonna soldier on whatever's in my fingers from yesterday from fabricating on that piece to make that clamp for this crank handle. So whatever's there is there. Get a little drink here. I should get my pad to kneel on. Now the Compson's a pain in the butt with their setup here. The bolts, this one you can get from over here. The other one's that thing is annoying me. Stuck right in the side of my finger. This one's not so easy on the back. Sometimes you get them to crack loose, sometimes you can't. We're gonna give it a shot. Here's that line I said I'm gonna end up having to take this apart because I gotta get to this to run a new primer line. But I can just put a primer ball externally, press on it until try it. The ground plate's hooked up. All the stuff for the kill system's hooked up. The wire's all hooked in. I think it's only a single linkage if I remember right. It just runs from here over to the governor and then back to the carburetor. So let's see if I can grab me a big screwdriver. That's the one I got here, is it? No? It might. Yeah. Let's see if I can get them screws out. That'll be the trick. Well, getting the screws out is the trick, and then not ripping the gasket. But I mean, I have a couple around here. I got that one easy. This is not the bad one. One back here is you get two problems. One, the chute's in the way, and two is where it's located. That's not gonna work. Hang on. Over my box there and grab what looks to be number 3 bit. I figured maybe I'll put it in this. It might be a little shorter, and I would have figured wrong. All right, let's come up with a plan B here. Get that screw out. I don't think I can do it with this. I might have to. Oh, that's pleasant. It's over in that. Just came out of that line. Smells really good. Not in a good way either. I got it. I just pushed really hard. That'll be fun to get back in there. His hand's behind everything. It's way back here. I can feel the melt in my finger, but getting it back on will not be a fun trick. Yeah. Behind the fuel line too. So fuel line on these, I will show you in a second here. Let me get the screw out. Well, now I know where the burr came from, off the screwdriver. Actually, the fuzzy sticking off of it when I'm turning it. There's one thing. Where did they drop the screw? They got star washers or bite washers, whatever you want to call them, right fixed to the back of the nut. Anyway, yeah, there's little fuzzy. I'll wipe this off. Little fuzzy pieces on this thing because they can get magnetized after you touch them near something magnetic. it had little tiny hairs all over from the last thing I was grinding on. This carburetor will probably stand right here even after I take the screws out because of the gasket stuck together. So I said usually you tear the gasket. Sometimes you can take a heat gun and heat up and you get them to let loose. But that'll be the least of my problems. I can always make a gasket. I got gasket material up there on the shelf. My problem won't be the bowl gasket. I ordered some bowl gaskets, but there's a large bowl, there's a small bowl, metric bowl, because everything's aftermarket now. I wonder if this will come off. Trying to be gentle with it while the fuel line's still on. That shouldn't matter. I mean, I'll get a pair of pliers, take it off. Should not stop me though from removing the carburetor off the intake. Normally I take the whole intake off. Yeah, these are a real pain. The fuel line is on the back side and runs straight through the pull start, right out the other side. So the best bet if you want to change this is to probably put your line on this side, your new line, and stick a socket or something in between the two lines, or a piece of pipe, piece of threaded rod, tape, put some electrical tape around, and then pull it from this side straight to the other side. Now you got to remove the entire cover over here. Alright, I'm going to have my head in your way for 1 second and look at the fuel line off. After some prying, we got it off. Fuel line back here. It's using the inside hole for the throttle linkage. Alright, we marked her up with a magic marker so we can, is that focusing? Yeah. Anyway, alright, let me back you up here. We'll open this bolt and see what's in it. Alright, we get you backed up a little bit. I think we got the camera back in focus. Alright, what I kept getting on my finger was I couldn't figure out why my finger was getting wet. There's a drain actually, whole button on the bottom of this carburetor. I'm getting straight water. Oh, this should be just dandy on the inside. Oh, she was petrified. Just a high speed, which I just turned. Awesome. Of course, it's got some debris on it, so it's a little hard to unscrew anyway. She's a little dirty. That's usually 1.5 on that one to start with. Oh, I can smell the goodness in here. See if I can keep it from running out. You can see the goodness in there. We're going to dump it right in this cup. It's just rust water. And green from ethanol fuels. Huh. Float still moves. This is amazing. Yeah. It was straight water. Just like I thought. Not a lot of gas, thank God. So I think somebody ran the carburetor dry. I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to get this blown out and this bowl cleaned up a little bit. For anybody that doesn't know how to clean up these bowls or how I do it, the start of this show will be this Dremel and this little tiny wire brush here. Nice and easy on it though. Alright, we'll be back. We cleaned up the bowl really well here with that brush. We cleaned up the high-speed jet some. We just pulled the fluid out. The needle looks good. We're gonna clean this off now with the same Dremel. Alright, we got it pretty well cleaned up here. I'm not trying to make it look like new. Funny thing is somebody will comment saying that I'm doing this just to rip somebody off, just to make it look like the repair was more than what I'm actually putting into it. And actually, funny thing is, most people don't take in consideration the time. YouTube takes twice as long to do a video on anything. So actually, the time and the parts sometimes I have to put into these things, even just the cleaning part of this, I don't charge for any of this. I don't. The profit on stuff I sell is usually $20 to $25 or nothing. This one, I'll probably put it back out for exactly what I got into it. I'm not gonna make a dime off of it. So when somebody comes down in the comments and says, you know, we clean stuff off to rip somebody. No, I clean this stuff off because I like to clean it off. Sometimes there's little springs on stuff that they get all gummed up. Like here's one, the throttle return, and they get all gummed up with stuff. If you don't clean the stuff, the green off the inside here, it will re-solidify, and either it'll dry out and it'll be back in there, or it'll get stuck in the needles here or in the jets. So just, you know, clean it off. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I didn't make the carburetor look like brand new. I didn't sit in here for an hour with a rubbing compound and say, hey, I put a new carburetor on it. No. I might as well spend $25 to put the carburetor. This carburetor says made in the USA. When you're not gonna regain any of that. So, all right, we're gonna pull these out of here. We're gonna count the turns, and I'm gonna clean them up on the wire wheel, and then we're gonna reinstall them. We'll be right back. All right, we got our high speed reinstall. We got a low speed reinstall. The funny thing, low speed was at like 3/4, 1 in. This one was at 3, so one of them was way off. I don't know. Anyway, let's get this airline because it's leaking. Get this carburetor reinstalled and see if it starts. Move this over here. All right, get you guys in for a. Just I checked the jet with the torch cleaner. All right, let's see how well it works here. Let's get this put back on. All right, I was gonna just stick this carburetor back on and try it. I keep forgetting that the fuel line comes out the back here. We're gonna stop you for a minute. I got, I guess, 2 screws here, and then a bracket on the side. I'm gonna get that tank off and get a new line run across before I regret it. And I know I see liquid in that tank, but it's water. So I'm gonna pause 1 second. I'm gonna get that tank yanked off and dump it out and put a new line across. Like I said, there's nothing to it. We just hook the line to this line, unhook it from the other side, and we just pull the line straight to the engine. All right, we'll be back in just a minute. The gentleman I got this from said he put gas in the tank, it would be leaking. No wonder. I don't know what this is going on here, but that's custom. We're gonna make a new piece of line here, and a new one running across. Goes from here straight across, and be back when we're done with that. All right, we got our fuel line back on, the tank back on. I think it's on. There should be a little plug down here I can push the. Yep, I got a finger full of gasoline. I had to check because after all the issues we had with you know what back in the day there with the COVID, my sense of smell has been off since. But anyway, besides that point, there's no primer on this, so we're just gonna give her a yank with the choke on. Well, there's a hose here. I can hook it up and see if the primer circuit works. I don't know. I think the hose is a little soft, but no, it definitely got gas coming into the top when I press that ball. Not bad. Not bad. And like you said, carburetor, made in the USA. Boom! That thing was pretty dirty. We got fuel lines over here that are like mush. But she fired up. Uh-oh. Guess I should have tried Let me put the covers back on here. Bring it back on now. Let me just put the cover back on. Our cover's reattached. That's a little noisy, but I want to see if it'll move. Go on. Choke off. Choke on. Got to work on the low speed circuit. It moves. I seen stuff come out the chute, so the chute works. There we have it. Like I said, we're gonna get rid of this one for cheap. I mean, this will be a $75 snowblower. I mean, unless you want to shovel. I mean, where else are you gonna find a running, driving snowblower? I mean, it's not the newest thing in the world, but like I said, better than a shovel. Alright, just want to make sure you're still. Anyway, if you got any information on this, please like, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. Picture Park Project, funny videos, drift girl, things, nature, screenshots, roadside finds, all kinds of stuff. I think last thing I posted for roadside find was like a multi charger. Oh, my son took it already. I found a charger for a M12, 3 M12s on one side, 3 M18s on the other. Worked fine. It's also my truck. I gave it to my kid. So go check out both mine and him and that. Hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. We did a snowblower repair for our Thanksgiving. Mom recently just passed, so kind of here by myself. Anyway, you know, that's besides the point. So if you would give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, any of that stuff helps. You know, good, bad. I've had a couple of bad comments on my old videos, like, you know, I'm not a pro at this, so you know, we're just fixing it the way we know how to fix it. You know, if you have another way to fix it your way. Anyway, so we're out of here. Peace. There she is. Like I said, a little 5-speed, 2 reverse. You know, she'll get the job done. Alright, God bless. We're out of here. Peace.